Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Prepare for liftoff. Good morning, everybody. Four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Welcome back to another stream. Got 10 a.m. news. It's 9:20 in the morning on a Tuesday. Yeah, I just shaved this morning. Thank you, Gustavo. You guys are looking cute too. We got 10 a.m. news, consumer bullshit. I'm just kidding now. Consumer sentiment, consumer confidence, whatever you want to call it. Nice try, Diddy. But honestly, we're looking kind of bearish. Let's go ahead and pop over. Watch it before it? Maybe. Kind of depends on how we open. But let's see here, right? I've already taken out these equal lows here. And we have this one here, which is actually beginning of this daily imbalance right here. So from this candle's high to this candle's low. Balance there. I'm kind of watching that. That is what I'm watching. But we compare, yes, thank you. Yes, still hasn't taken out this low. We have SMT up here at the high. Here. Could do highs. But in general, right? There's SMT there. But we dropped down, right? I wasn't at the charts for this move right here, back up into this imbalance. You had new week opening gap overlap. I wasn't here for this. All these lows right here, taken out. So if you did catch that, if you are like a London trader, that was a nice move. Just from the fair value gap low down to here is almost 100 handles. Nasdaq. So Asia, London takes the high of Asia. Actually ends up taking this high as well. Then we come back under new week opening gap. Not these low. So I wasn't at the charts for that, but we do have this daily imbalance right here. We're retracing a bit right now. Can you guys hear me okay? If my voice is cutting in and out, let me know. I have a noise gate on it so you don't hear me clicking or like typing on the computer. But if we go peek at oil, big run up. We're in this 4-hour imbalance now. And then gold. All right, we talked about the consequent encouragement of this wick here. We're sweeping these daily highs. You can see our fair value gap we drew out yesterday. But we're kind of chopping around like in these overlapping new week opening gaps. So my focus really is on indices today. We might bounce around depending on what the price action is like and just kind of peek at these, but I'm more focused on these. We do have news today. You can see, right? Respecting new opening gap, come back below it, and still respecting it, but it's keeping us from moving. So it's looking like this low right here. Also this daily low is a decent draw. But if we go compare it like these lows, we're looking at this low on NQ, which is actually this low on ES. So ES has a ways to go if it's gonna catch up, but in my opinion, ES has been relatively stronger. Look at the daily chart, right? We're almost at all-time highs, whereas NQ still has a bit to go. So ES really doesn't have to come down here if it's going to continue higher. You got this imbalance here. But for NQ, right, this looks like a decent draw. We got open in about 4 minutes. So pop up on a minute. Like new day opening gap, it's nice to have just something you can toggle on and off to see what's going on. Because we do respect it, decent amount here, up, here, and come down, right? So if you're like an intraday trader or a scalper, it's definitely nice to have. Sometimes I forget to toggle it on and off. I'll have it off for a while and I'll forget about it. You can see here, right, on the 4 hour, we're creating these imbalances, coming back up, repricing into them, and then we leave them, right? And we've done it here as well this morning. So, I mean, that's bearish order flow for you right there. It's just this. Weekly opening gap. Krypton night. All the names are right here. But yeah, my mom said she wants that new Urus, so I gotta hit a trade today. All right. Give me bread. Give me bread. I sound like Trump? Great guy, great guy. Great price action. Best in the world. Number one in the world. And he said to me, I've never seen anything like this. Never seen anything like this. I'm working on my Trump impression. We're going to make NQ great again. All right, we're opening up here in the next 45 seconds. China, Saudi Arabia, they want to come in. They want to tank our economy. We can't let that happen. So I instilled an algorithm in the market. We're going to make NQ great again. Billions and billions and billions of dollars. They're dumping billions and billions and billions of dollars into our economy, trying to tank the market. So I installed an algorithm to prevent that from happening. Okay, I did it, me. Yeah, if we look at power 3 right for the day so far, we open up, create this upper wick so far above midnight open price, and we've displaced down, right, or distributed down. So I'm kind of just watching. The 5 minute, not really much on there. The 15 minute honestly looks cleaner than the 5, in my opinion, right? You had this move up. Here's the 1. Let's go sit on the 15 in that one. I got a good feeling about the 15 minute. The dollar's still just hanging around that weekly low that we talked about. But so far, I think you're asking about this low, Gustavo. Yeah, I'm watching this weekly, or sorry, this daily low, which is the beginning or the upper portion of this daily fair value gap right here. That's my draw. We've taken these lows out. We've kind of created a little swing point here above this high, right, above this low. Really just depends on the setup. If we're like in a, we look at regular trading hours, right? There's a gap here. The opening gap right there. Let's just watch in the 1 minute though and see how it behaves. Am I bearish today? Yeah, for now. Like, look at the 4 hour order flow. Repricing in these imbalances, head lower. Repricing into this imbalance right here, head lower. It looks like this daily fair value gap high. That's like the closest target, right? But we're watching how we open. I wouldn't go short here. There's no entry. I don't see any entry yet. Keep in mind that regular trading hours gap. I'm really only looking at those gaps. Obviously, I'll use new week opening gap for like if you're like a swing trader, you probably use that a lot. But if you're scalping, that's when you might want to look at the new day opening gaps more often. But if you were like just position trading or swing trading, then you might not look at them as much. It all depends on your style. And like you don't need those to be profitable either. Like ICT didn't even talk about those for a while. People were making money, right? It's just another concept you can use. Let's pull up the 5 minute. 15-minute. James. Yeah, you don't have to use every single little thing in your trading. It's better if you don't. The simpler, the better. The less moving parts, the better. Because then you're just going to be using too much. You're going to get analysis paralysis. What's up, Chris? Yeah, the less moving parts, the better. Because it's going to be easier to execute on. But like when you have a clear draw, like I think I always go back to that oil trade because that's like the cleanest example I can get, you know, that you guys were here for, that we've seen so far since I started streaming. When you have a clear draw like that, where it's just super obvious, getting in is the easiest part, right? You don't need all these little different little techniques, right? What's up, Nick? What I want to see to get short. Displacement down with some kind of imbalance with a good RR. But if like we just displace straight down, I'm not gonna get in. I'll just let it go without me. I'm not gonna chase. I want to see my setup, right? We can call the draw. We can call the market, right? But if it's not gonna give us my signature and price or like my entry that I look for, then it'll just go without me, right? Yeah. I'd enter this low if the setup it came up. But this is also a short week for me too. Like we might stream Thursday because I'm not leaving until afternoon on Thursday. Pull up the calendar real quick. Price over here. Don't forget we got 10 a.m. today. Nothing tomorrow. We do have oil inventories though. And then we have unemployment claims, a couple high impact things on Thursday at 8:30. So we might be able to squeeze in a Thursday stream because I won't be leaving until what's it called? The afternoon. Yeah, I still down here. Back, should I just put a little ball? Yeah, just watching so far. Well, this kind of hovers here. Let's go look at gold and oil. I mean, retracement's kind of expected after those couple days, right? In this 4 hour imbalance. Let's just go ahead and mark that out. We got it there. All right. Checking out previous day's low here. Equal lows. Yeah, equal highs here on gold. Kind of chopping around the weekly open and midnight open. But I do like how it's taking out previous day's low. And you have these equal highs. And we're coming off of that high time frame array, right? That daily imbalance. I'm gonna set an alert, I think. Break this high. Alert me. I'm more interested in longs on oil, like off this pullback, than I am just trying to short it. You have these equal highs up here. Go back to NQ. All right, we just tapped into that. What's up, Acolyte? All right, we just tapped down into here. We got news in about 15 minutes, 13 minutes. Like peak the other indices, right? We got YM. Dollar kind of just still chopping around those levels. We can't see it, can you? Dollar still just kind of hitting those levels we talked about. This is a 4-hour chart, so. And then YM just been doing its thing. Nasdaq down, YM up. ES kind of sideways. You have some equal highs up here in the 1 hour. Up here. All this. If we do flip bullish, right? That'll be where my eye goes next. I'm doing good. SMT at these lows here. That's not looking too bad. We formed this little imbalance here. I want to see how that gets respected. I'm also kind of watching this little 5 minute one right here that we've basically closed above. And my eye's going up here to this swing high, right? But I'd love to come up here, right, on the 5 minute. Then I'm basically viewing that. It looks proper, right? That'll be like my middle time frame market structure shift. Right? I want to enter too early to try and call bottom yet. But we did just hit a higher time frame level, right? That daily low right here. Top of that daily for value gap. I'm watching this high right here. I want to see kind of what goes on in here. Yeah, the daily range is about 200 handles. Plot those opening gap lines back on. All right, so we cleared that high. Remember, we have these equal highs up here. Kind of looking like a little breaker, huh? But I'm watching this up close candle right here. And like the 5 minute one as well, right? So this whole area. I want to see what happens. Like We got 5 minutes until that news release, though. It's tempting, bro, to take a little something. You see, we're in this new day opening gap on the electronic trading hours, right? But we're about to fill in the new day opening gap on regular trading hours. We just hit. We're around that weekly open price too. Which kind of lines up with that New York 8:30 open. But yeah, I like this that we cleared this high now. You kind of had a little market structure shift here on the 1 minute, but I'm waiting for that middle time frame to get validated. And I want to see the next 5 minutes. This 5-minute candle will close. We'll have the 10 a.m. news. Same with this 15-minute candle. But I'm liking the 5-minute and the 1 minute so far. Go look at the 1 hour. Right, here's the 1 hour. All right, this high, relative equal highs. Swept all these lows. Come down here and tag the daily imbalance. Yeah, I'm using time frame alignment right now. I want to see the order flow change. What would be great is if we form a little 5-minute imbalance here. That'll kind of align with this breaker here. You don't know where I'm placing my stop? Shh. All right, we got about a minute or two. Bro, I don't even trade with stop loss. What are y'all talking about? I'm just kidding. You guys use stop losses? We're gonna wait for the 10 a.m. news though. I mean, 15-minute. I'm liking the way the 1 minute looks in the 5-minute, right? So far. It's just the higher time frames, you know? Come up and balance this range. Reprice into that range. 4 hour, right? But we're gonna, if we are gonna reverse off this, the 4 hours not even gonna tell you that until, you know, a lot of time passes. And by that time, right, the move we're looking for up to these equal highs will already happen. So, wrong thing. That's why I'm more focused on these lower time frames. If I'm using these as my middle time frame, then yeah, we got about 30 seconds. So I really want to see, right, this 5-minute imbalance. When it forms, or if it forms in 30 seconds here, I'm looking to see that range, right, stay open. And then my eye's still up here. Those equal highs. And I like how we've also validated, right, these down close candles. Come down here and swept liquidity. You watch right here, right? So it's 10 a.m. Got a new hourly candle that just formed. Also a new 4-hour candle that just formed. I'm waiting, I'm watching. So let's go ahead and mark out that 5 minute for value gap. Got this. Five-minute breaker. I'm using the bodies of the candle, but if you really want, you But yeah, watch 8:30 open, right? We've hit it multiple times here so far. Yeah, I'm watching this area. I want to see it come down in here. consolidating right there around that new day opening gap. And the 8:30 open, right? 2, 3 times. We've hit it so far. Here's the regular trading hours gap. One thing I don't really like is how shallow of a run we had at that level, but uh, hmm. And also like the time it's taking, right? Come back down. Let's go. Let's bump up a time frame. Let's bump it up. When we've hit this breaker, what? 2 times. There's still that imbalance there, though. But on these higher time frames, right? Swept these lows. Equal highs above. Kind of just chopping here or consolidating around that new day opening gap. We filled in the regular trading hours gap. Had the market structure shift we were looking for after sweeping liquidity. We had that short-term low being broken or swept. So I like the setup long. Just if it's gonna give me that entry, you know what I'm saying? It's just the time it's taking to we pull up a fib. We're just chopping around equilibrium right here. This isn't a bad thing. It's just all right, there's that daily candle. Man, you a hoe. I mean, if we can't even get back to this 5-minute imbalance, that kind of attests to the bullish idea, right? If we can't even get down there, she ready to go. A tiny little imbalance there, but my opinion, I'm gonna take that. I love that alert on gold. Those who are talking about it in the chat. Oil, kind of messing around. There it is. Ah, that. We broke that high. Well, I'll put that on the other monitor while we watch NASDAQ. See, I didn't like that fair value gap there. But the amount of time we've spent not looking ripe like it was, you know? Could still play out, but I'm watching the rest of the indices too. We got 47 likes in the video, but we got 230 people in here. Let's get those up. Let's get those likes up. 100 likes and I'll full port right now. Word is behind. I mean, projections look good. Aligning with those levels. We're up here in that retracement / reversal zone. Right from here to here. Appreciate it, Sam. Who's torturing you? Me? Or the price action? It was looking clean, you know, before that 10 a.m. news dropped. And then y'all telling me to full port, but I only see 99 likes. You talking about? That's our currency, man. All right, I'm gonna remove these projections real quick. Yeah, that February gap was sus, right? I think I really just want to see what happens now. Too much time has passed for me to just enter directly off this. What I do want to see is how we behave at it, right? Equilibrium is basically right there at consequent encroachment of the 5-minute imbalance. We've come up when we've dug into these opening prices. At the same time, rebalancing this regular trading hours gap. Or not, repricing into it. I'm also going to log out because I'm not trying to hit a hotkey and fat finger a trade. Full port, please. All right, I'm going to get some water. Be right back. And did you guys know that Ralph Lauren makes like glassware? Yeah, let me flex my glassware. Still watching gold. Also want to see how this 1 hour. Back in a premium of that range. Period OTE. And in my opinion, the order flows on the 15-minute is still bearish, right? We haven't had a 15-minute shift in market structure, and we're up here in this 15-minute imbalance. Same time, digging into these up close candles here in OTE. That's one reason I don't want to long directly off this. Anything, wait. Because if we're bullish, right, I'd want to see it come down, head higher, right? And then we could maybe get some kind of continuation play instead of just buying instantly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That little shallow run looks like a double bottom. Only a 5-handle run. So like in my head, it's 50-50 still, you know? Because the time frames aren't really aligned. 1 minute and 5 minute are, but for like the 15 and the 1 hour, not so much. Yeah, we've kind of disrespected, you know, some smaller imbalances in here. It's this one right here I want to see. If you're wondering, this one right here I want to see. Do you want to sit in my hands? Look. I sit in my hands. Come on, man. Gonna be one of those days. Hmm. Yeah, oil's dropping. Gold still kind of pushing higher. There it goes. There she goes. I mean, yeah, we validated that breaker, came down and hit it, right? High on this breaker. 30.75, the low on this candle. 30.50, so one tick in. This one came in as well. So we've hit it twice. But you got to remember, right, that was right at 10 o'clock. So Breakaway gap. Now, what if we engineer some highs right here? Right? It's not over till it's over. If we go look at the 1 minute. Here, an imbalance. Here. Yeah, less jokes, more focusing. If you're wondering why I'm more quiet, because I'm locked in. I'll full port if you'll reimburse me if I lose. Go. 110 likes, guys. I appreciate you. If you're enjoying the stream, if you're learning something, let me know. We've been streaming for about an hour 15. It's 10:30 in the morning, East Coast time. Almost. And we've been watching these equal highs, right? But didn't really get a pullback. Kind of chop through after news release. Now you're starting to see us displace higher. So I'm going to delete some of this stuff though. Yeah, YM looks like it's ready to move. And if it starts going to the upside, then that means everything will pretty much be in sync. I don't really trade the Dow, so. If you're looking at these 1 hour wicks, right, highest body here, we've just hit into it. But I still think I want the swing high. This would be your highest body, red. Pulling those fibs again. Bang. Anybody catch that? Anyone get in that while we were kind of outlining it, but I didn't really get that pullback that I wanted. Nice. Yeah, I didn't really meet my criteria either. You caught it down here, right? We talked about that imbalance forming, and then boom, IOFED into that, off to the races. If I was taking that personally, I would have had a super tight stop. Like gotten in here, stopped below this candle. And I would have gone break even once we broke this high. So boom. And then we'll let it ride, right? What's the RR on that? So we just took out sell side, right? And then market comes up, sweeps buy side above these equal highs. You can see like these opening prices, like I have them on my chart for a reason. They get hit quite a lot. Yeah, we had the right idea. Didn't have that, just didn't get that pullback for an entry that I wanted. But even now, like on a 1 minute chart, right? You have this breaker right here. And if you want to use the wicks, you can use the wicks. If you want to use the bodies, you can use the bodies. Right, here's the body for you. Hitting it there. But I wanted that 5 minute pullback. Dollar's finally moving down a little bit. If we look at YM, still down here, hasn't taken its high yet. NQ has, ES is close. We're up here, right? Standard deviation's aligned with those equal highs. Zoom out for a sec. All right, 4 hour. We've now come up and ran through this high, right, on the 4 hour. Same with the 1 hour. Never traced down, right? Daily imbalance. Still a shallow run though. Like those are equal lows in my opinion. Didn't even close below on a 1 minute chart. So everyone who's been making money short, right? They trailed their stop. Bang. Now I'm watching. I'm like, still looks like a double bottom here and here. This pump. Could we get another reversal? That's kind of what I'm looking at. Anything is possible, right? Well, we just got to see evidence of it. You had your buy side of the curve right here. is, dude, bro. You keep looking at the screen and doing nothing. Trading is like 90% waiting anyways. What do you mean? Bump up real quick. I mean, my bias in the morning, right, was to come down to that daily fair value gap, right, and that was that sell side liquidity level here. And then once we hit that, and on right, this 1 minute started displacing higher, little fair value gap formed, and we hit it and started going higher. Then I said my eye goes up here, right, to this 5 minute high, and I would view that as like my middle time frame market structure shift. And I like the equal highs right up here, here, and here. That's where my eye went next, and we hit that. So, right draw, right? I just didn't get the entry I wanted. Still a win. Just didn't make any money. Didn't lose any money either. Yeah, I wanted it to come down and hit that overlapping. I didn't want to chase. Not I want to say chase. I didn't want to get long in here, because if it did, right, it did want to come up, right, sweep this high, go lower, then hit that breaker, on the 5 minute, then go higher. So while sweeping these lows, then I would have gotten stopped out, right? Because my stop would have been probably, somewhere under here. I would have gotten souped out. So I was waiting for that pullback. Put that fib back on. Look at these zones, right? You said we come up into these zones. Oop. But like I said, the magic's not in the fib. It's in like the alignment of the fib. So what's in this area, right? This -2.5, -2 zone. That 15 minute fair value gap we talked about, right? Here. What's aligned with these deviations? -3.5, -4. Well, it's these equal highs, right? Backed off of it there. So it's not the fib, right? It's the alignment. I've been live every day since last week. Since Monday last week. If we check out a 5 minute, right? It's just been up, 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 up. It's just like funny. Once the market opens, right, it goes from, nice clean 5 minute action to just A little run, right? Maybe I should just become a London trader. Yes, still pending on that high. If we go look at that. Right, these equal highs on ES. Already been taken. U. I haven't taken anything yet. I wanted to. I wanted to get in here. Right, after breaking this high, off this breaker here. We never got that pull back into here that I wanted. We did hit the breaker twice though. Yeah, look at the wick of this candle right here. Right? Hit it 1, 2 times. Also at the same time hitting the high of that breaker here. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it couldn't even get down here, right, into the 5-minute imbalance is a sign of strength. That's something I'm trying to get better at, is like judging. That's why you hear me talk about it a lot, because I'm trying to, you know, I say it out loud to help you guys, but also it helps me. The fact we couldn't even get into that 5-minute imbalance is a sign of strength. Breakaway gap, right? But I'm still trying to get better at recognizing that. Yeah, if you want, right? Price is fractal, you can go, instead of going from here to here, on the projection, you can go from here to here, right? Which is just that 5-minute swing. We came down, hit the negative 1/3 average daily range, reacted off of it. We're close to the positive 1/3. And that daily range, right? The full daily range, or average daily range, is up here in this red area, which is what? The volume imbalance on the daily. And it also aligns up with the -3, -4. So if you're thinking longs, right? You have equal highs here. I don't say equal. I mean, here, here, here. You have high right here. There's also a wick up here on the hourly. But in my opinion, like these highs are pretty clean. Here's the daily candle, right? And it kind of looks like a little AMD, doesn't it? Accumulation here, manipulation down here. And we're distributing, right? The sessions. But yeah, swap these lows. Kind of like your accumulation, manipulate down below them. Rob said, you see the IFAD at 950. Yeah, we talked about that. Go back and rewind it at that timestamp. Said if this thing forms, right, I want to see how we react off that. But I wasn't going to take it, right? Yeah, we had a market structure shift in the 1 minute, but I was trying to get one. I wanted to see how we react off that. And then my eye went up here, right? That 5 minute swing high. And that's why I have the red line there. Kind of illustrate that shift. Yeah, if you made money, nice. Thank you for tuning in. Go look at gold real quick. This. Go looking at these highs. Here and here. Or the algorithm changed. The new DLC. Did you buy the DLC for the algorithm? See, that's why you're not in it. You gotta get the DLC. Here's oil. Michael just dropped the new DLC. You gotta go get it. I'm watching this gap right here on oil. You guys didn't get the DLC? Come on, man. That market maker DLC. I've seen a few of his streams, not recently since I started streaming, like last week. I haven't watched one since then, but before. Like I just pulled up to see if he was streaming just off his thumbnail, right? Here's his thumbnail for the clip, right? He's looking at that breaker too. See? But I appreciate you guys watching, right? You guys could be watching him, but instead you're here watching me, so I appreciate it. How many trades? 3 to 4. Yeah, I won't take it as criticizing. Curious. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't know the person, like the streamer you're watching, right? Me, whoever. You don't know what kind of trader they are. You don't know how many trades they take a week. So if I'm too slow for you, right? You can go watch somebody else. Not saying like in a bad way. I'm just saying I would go if I was like a 15-second scalper and here I am trying to get a 5-minute entry. You know, maybe I'm not your style. Let's put an alert on. We break above that. Or I got pi back here. So kind of just meandering up here around that level, right? Those equal highs. Damn, I sound like an old person saying meandering. Like this. But I'm really just looking for a juicy 5-minute entry so I can slam like 20 contracts on it. Most of the scalpers I know trade like smaller size. Because you take a lot more trades, right? You might lose a lot more. Me, I don't like to lose. I can handle the losses, right? But like I know if I lose like 2 in a row, I'll be like, God. Not really 20 contracts. The most contracts on NASDAQ I've held is 11. You can ask some of the people in my Discord. I think James was there. I think I was live doing that, wasn't I? I had 11 contracts on a 1-minute chart. And I was up like 5 grand. But I was aiming for like 10 grand was my 2R. Yeah, James Charles. There's James. James Kim. Yeah, that was the most I ever held. But I didn't like say that until like after the trade. I ended up getting stopped out for break even. I was up 5 grand, wasn't even a 2R yet. And then boom, came back and got me for break even. And what sucks is it played out, right? It was just chop. Kind of similar to that trade, that L we took last week. What's up, Penny? Let me see if I can find it. A screenshot of it. Yeah, here you go. Where is it? Yeah, look. Right. I was in a long 11 contracts here. Boom. And I was wanting that trend line, like, phantom trend line break off here. I would have made like 12 grand if it went up here. That was on 606. So, June 6. But yeah, that's the most I've ever held. And then I said, where is it? Clinched. Basically came back down and stopped me break even eventually. But then it played out, which is kind of bullshit. But it's crazy to see like you're up 5 grand and you get stopped out break even. But it wasn't even a 2R, so. Yeah, but that was trading like bigger moves. That was a smaller move. Yeah, I kind of stopped posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter. Damn, we gonna get something or what? DL. There's oil. Or sorry, gold. Not that fast. Like the past 15 minutes have been kind of chopping. You're up 5R and hit break even. You're not taking partials. That's what I'm saying though. Like if I can make 12K in a trade, I don't need to take 100 little scalps. I just need like one trade to make my whole week, you know? Like most people don't even make 12K in a month. ICT accelerator, it's enrollment's closed. That's why you don't see it anywhere. Is closed. But yeah, we're getting close on 11 o'clock. We got new 1 hour candle that will form. You're trading with a 0.01 lot. Oh, so you're just holding to hold to be in a trade. I see you. You just wanted to sit in a trade. Oh, you're in gold. Gold's kind of chopping. We did just make all-time highs on gold. It makes sense. I got gold like long term. Like I'm holding gold, like real gold, not your paper gold. Like if you go look up physical gold trust, whoo, that thing moving. Like this is a company that actually holds gold bullion, not just like paper shares of gold, right? I'm up on that. Yeah, you can look right here. It actually holds real gold. A lot of these companies will, it's just paper gold. Like they don't actually have any, like if shit hits the fan, they don't actually have real gold to give you. Like I could go to this company and say, yo, give me my gold. And they would give it to me. This thing. We're getting next leg. ES just took its highs. Right, ES is up here taking its highs. YM kind of just consolidating. It's just crazy to go look at, like, you compare this price action to what we were getting like a few years ago. Let's just go look at in Q1 real quick. Look at the daily chart. So compare, like, we were in this for so long and that was kind of annoying. This move was kind of like, yeah. Now we started getting some nice range. But like 400, like 600, 700 handle days were like the norm back in here. Like, look at this day. That's almost 1,000 handle range day in one day, right? Even these up close candle days, those are like 440 handle days. And that was like the norm. But then when you come back over here, right, before we started getting those types of days again, right, here to here, 700 handles, this up close candle day, 700. Before that, right, we were just getting some kind of like, 200 handle days, a lot of like 200, 100, 60. But over here was ass. And now we're kind of in that, back to 400, 500 handle days again. But for a while, it wasn't like that, But back here, like when the Ukraine shit started, like you were getting like 500 handle, 600 handle days, like unidirectional movement sustained for the longest time, and it was so much fun. You just got to be able to adapt. This thing is not going to pull back, is it? We pulled the fibs, right? Gold is just Phys, PHYS. Continuous contract gives you, it blends all the single or individual contract charts together. You can go and look at like years ago. Yeah, not the most eventful. I mean, it was looking good for a minute. We got our move. We had the moves laid out, right? A lot of chop then pop. You know, chop, pop, chop, pop. But today's range is 252 handles. Chop, pop. What's the one thing that brought everything together for you? Let's see. There's a lot of like aha moments. Time frame alignment. There's not like one singular thing. It's just a culmination of showing up every day and trying to become like 1% better, learn something new. But like knowing I guess the one thing that like helped me become like confident was proving consistency on like demo first and then moving over to live funds, right? Because then you're just executing the same. You're just doing it with live money. And then if you start to struggle with that, right, switching from from demo to live funds, that's when like you're doing something differently. You got to figure out what you're doing differently and cut that out, right? Or work that out in your trading. Because you know you can do it. It's like I know I can run up a demo account. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the fact I know I can do it in that environment. The only difference between that environment and a real environment with live funds is just I'm using real money, right? So you know you can do it, right? You've already done it before. Like you've proven it to yourself. So your confidence is high. Be kind of fun for this thing to reverse, you know? Like just because we dipped in, right? Super shallow run, 5 handles. Be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Even though, right, this could just be a pullback to go higher. Wouldn't it be fun to come down here and sweep this low one more time? Oil still hasn't hit my alert yet. I want to see it get above that 5-minute for value gap. Gold just chopping still, not shit. Oil's gonna have that news event tomorrow though. And that's where we got our win last week. But as always, I appreciate you guys popping in here with me. There's a little 15-minute imbalance like right here. Kind of lines up with midnight open, but like what has today done? Think about it. It's opened up, engineered some equal highs, boom, came down, swept some lows, came back up and swept some highs. Like seek and destroy kind of vibe. Although we could distribute, right? But we've taken both sides of the range now. Honestly, if it dumped right now, gimme. But no, I don't, honestly, the hourly, depending on how this candle closes, look at the 4-hour. It's looking like it's just going to distribute. Oh, can't talk today. It looks like it just wants to distribute higher without giving you any type of pullback. If you guys enjoyed the morning analysis, let me know by dropping a like. Made some money. Was it because I give you some extra conviction? Kind of already had it planned out in your head anyways. But look at ES, right? ES taking its high. It looks like nice AMD for the upside. Just one of those days that's been up, slowly but surely. If you step in front of it without it showing you signs, then you're just going to get ran over. There's a little 4-hour fair value gap there. Right, and it aligns with that negative 2.5 zone. See? Like you'll see it do this, right? And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, just boom, big red candle like that fucks everybody that's been like trying to chase this, you know? Like you know what I'm talking about. That's why I just sit back and wait. Am I gonna try the 15-minute breaker? How about this swing right here? At this point, right, I would wait. I wouldn't just enter off that swing, right, or the overlaps with this fair value gap, right? I wouldn't just enter off that. I'd have it marked out. I want to see what happens when price does come down here on the 15-minute, right? I want to see when it comes down here, I drop to a 1-minute then, right? And I just look for some kind of scalp. If it did come down here, I wouldn't try and, enter on a 15-minute, stop all the way down here or wherever and hold. I want to get some kind of scalp at this point in the day. For me personally, like, I was trying to get that daily candles expansion, right, off this fair value gap and breaker. And I would, if I was in it, right, let's say it did come down here into this. It did actually do what we wanted it to do. Right, I obviously would have been out by now with most of my position off these highs, holding runners, and then I would just let it run, right? I wouldn't have my stop would still be a break even right now for the runners. No, I don't really get in trouble from the discipline stuff. It's more the stuff that gets you in trouble is like you're so disciplined that, but then you go on social media and see everyone like posting stuff, right? And it's all wins, right? No one's really posting losers. They're posting their wins for the day, and you're like, damn, like makes you feel like you're not like doing enough, But you never know like what's actually going on, right? That could have been their one winner, and they've lost 3 before that. You got to look at social media with that in mind, like a filter in mind, because I'm guilty of it too. Like I don't post my losers. I might post a loser here and there or a break even trade here and there. Back when I used to post on Twitter like a lot of educational stuff, but now like everyone's posting it's just a broken record at this point on social media. Everyone's posting the same shit. That's basically why I stopped. Because it got to a point where like that would get you the and like we were posting that stuff, and I say we, I mean like the people who have been around for a while, like when he was releasing the 2022 mentorship, and like then he started releasing all the core content. Like we were watching all that get released. Now there's so much stuff out there that like it's all accessible, so there's really no point in like posting that stuff anymore, in my opinion. I got kind of burnt out from posting it. It was fun, but the community's changed, in my opinion, and everyone's just posting the same shit. But then you end up like growing a following, and all of a sudden everyone calls you an influencer. It's like, bro, I never like intended for that to like, yeah, people follow me because I was posting value, not because I was trying to influence anyone to do anything, So like you get these labels attached to you. But like if you're gonna put yourself out there like that, it comes with the territory, right? The more you put yourself out there, the more attention you're gonna get, good and bad. So Twitter, I will say like Twitter definitely helped accelerate my learning curve, you know? Like I talked about it in the Words of Wisdom podcast. Wait, do I still have that video? I talked about it in the Words of Wisdom podcast. Like I was on Twitter for the main reason for like education, like following certain traders because I liked the way they traded. Maybe not like everything they used, but also to network too, like other like-minded people. But I would take like little gold nuggets from everyone's strategy that I liked and implement into my own. I used to frustrate you with consistent wins. I think that's why a lot of people like will follow then unfollow eventually, because they get frustrated seeing someone win a bunch. But that, you gotta remember, go look at those videos and look at the price action back then compared to now. It's a double-edged sword. You got to use it for the right thing. It can hurt you or it can help you. It's all in how you use it. And you got to remember, like, those algorithms, like social media in general, Instagram, whatever, are designed to like get you to participate. And whatever you participate in, right? It's a feedback loop. So if it's showing you pictures of dogs, right, and you're not doing anything, you're scrolling past them, but then it starts showing you pictures of cats and you like that, or you comment on that, then it's gonna start showing you more cats, more cats, more cats, until that's your whole feed, right? It's the same thing with social media. If you're just looking at drama, this guy's a fraud, expose this guy, buy my course, all this stuff, all that stuff is just gonna boom, 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 pop up in your feed even more and more, because it knows it can get a reaction out of you if it shows you that stuff. That's why I hide, block, mute, delete, all that stuff. Sometimes I just want to unfollow all the trading stuff and just follow like dog accounts or something to get my feed like switched up. But I have friends on there I follow, so. Man, this thing, dollar's kind of getting a little perky. Yeah, look, right, we didn't clear that. Lower on oil. Gold, right, we drew this out. Still just kind of chopping around it. Woohoo! Like I told you, that's the fuck you candle, bro. I told you guys, you chase. Out of nowhere, that just like 1 minute candle just fucks you. But I do like how much time it spent above these highs. Like how much time it kind of spent, right? For a reversal. Because we talked about, right? It is going to be seek and destroy, right? We've taken both sides of the range. So if you're going to trade seek and destroy, I'm not saying it's seek and destroy conditions, right? We could continue higher. But if we anticipate it and it is going to come back, you want to trade the extremities of it, right? The edges of it. And you want to target what? Equilibrium for low-hanging fruit. And then, if you can, hold runners to the other side of the range. How'd you limit yourself from social media trading-wise? Any tips? Just know that it's not going to do anything for you, really. Like, why do you want to scroll on Twitter? Let's watch 1 minute. Like, I don't have Twitter on my phone or iPad or anything. The only way I can look up stuff is on my computer. I'm watching the 5 minute. I'm watching the swing low right here. Also, this little 1 minute gap. One model or mix of many. I feel like people have the wrong idea of like what a model is. Like, are you talking just like an entry model? Fair value gap, displacement, market structure shift, fair value gap entry. Like, to me, that's not what a model is. A model is like your entire approach to the charts. Like, what do you do right when you sit down? What are you looking at? Like, my whole model is like, I have these opening prices, right? I want to see where they open at every morning. and then compare that with the sessions, you know? Because when you know the draw, like getting in is the easiest part, right? So it's like, how do you anticipate the draw? How do you determine the draw? Because draw is just what, up or down? That's bias is up or down. Narrative is like how it's going to get there. Like how is price going to move to that level? And if you can figure both those out, then you can make money, right? Yeah, like if you're just thinking about a model as like, okay, I look for placement, for value gap, entry, right? Right here. I'm going long right here. And then boom, you got stopped out, right? It's more than that, in my opinion. Because then at that point, you're just pattern trading, just like you would a bull flag, right? It's like you trade a bull flag, you're just pattern trading at that point. So like I think people kind of use the word model like, loosely, but to me, a model consists of like everything you do from the moment you sit at the chart. Like I have a little routine in the morning. Like I have a bunch of different charts, like daily high and low chart. And my dual chart I'll check. And while I'm in these, right, I'm looking at the sessions for both of these. But I think what most people should focus on is like what concepts resonate with you the best. Or like the easiest, right? It was SMT at this 5-minute low. Actually on the you look at right. Yes. Here. Here. There's SMT. But doesn't really mean much. Kind of watching if it does want to go higher. Gold finally moving now. Damn, it is. Here's gold. We talked about those highs. Here and here. I guess a 4-hour would probably be better. We'll see though, right? That doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that promising at this point. Ugh. All right, so here's what we're working with, right? Remember, I'm watching that 5-minute low here. Damn, can we get a little late morning setup, please? Yeah, Tyler, thanks for coming, man. This thing might just dump on this whole run. It's Seek and Destroy profile by TFO. Oh yeah, I forgot. We were talking about who I met in Miami the other day. He was one of the people I met. Trade for Opportunity as well. There's a bunch of like people who code there. Gimme. All right. Looking decent now. Honestly, I would probably just, if I got a short, just take it back to 8:30 open. Yeah, that's basically EQ. And then you have these lows, this low right here. That 5-minute, right? Trickling. Let's see how it closes. Because then you kind of have like a little high, low, higher high formation after sweeping these equal highs right up here. But I'm also making sure, right? I'm not just trying to call a top. I'm watching the 1 hour too. Why did you decide on the 5 minute? Because I don't really like to trade the 1 minute, in all honesty. I'm more of like a 5 minute kind of guy. I'm really just trying to catch like a nice, decent move. I'm not like a scalper per se. I can trade the lower time frame, but I prefer to be like one and done instead of taking a bunch of little 1 minute scalps. Right, watching this. It's 11:30 almost. Here's the 4 hour. There's that wick cut in half. You see, hit it here, hit it here. No SMT, bro. You didn't look at YM. Yeah, you set sounds, like alert sounds. I'll try to do it. I think it's in settings here. Or there's a way to do it. Just kind of messy. I mean, it looks good here on the 1 minute, but anything higher than that. Very nice. That would be kind of sick. Yeah, I have my oil alert set. I'm gonna move it down though. That 5 minute high. Here's oil. I have an alert set here of that high. Then this 5 minute bounce here. Let's jump back. This hoe about to dump. You can see like the curvature start, right? If it is going to play out. I'm just expecting some kind of retracement off a 5 minute. That's why I'm kind of being patient. We did close below this level, right, on a 5 minute chart. See? We form some kind of imbalance. Remember, we're digging into this as well. And I don't have to go to the gym today, so I can kind of chill for a bit longer if you guys want to stick around. But only if we get to 200 likes. King of the castle. Only if we get to 200 likes. I'll stick around. I know there's some people in here who've been neglecting that like button. Skipping gym? Nah. I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today's Tuesday. Got a little piece, Neil? I mean, you have SMT with YM here, but I don't really place too much emphasis on that because YM's just always doing its own bullshit. You know, at least these are moving slightly together. This thing might just dump without us if I can't get something on a 5-minute, which is fine, right? Because if it does dump, it's in that seek and destroy profile. It's just this will be the only move. This short would probably be the only move I'm interested in. If it plays out, I'm kind of just watching though, because there's no shift on a 15-minute. We have had a shift here, but at the same time, right, we've swept equal highs. So it honestly just looks like it's going to be seek and destroy, in my opinion. I'm kind of watching this right here. Motherfuckers. It's way more fun if it's just going to trickle like that. It's way more fun to just trade the short because it plays out way quicker. Like in the past 10 minutes, we moved, but it took way longer to play out. But also like the fact that we just hit this, right, and just kind of fell right through, didn't just stay in the upper half on the 15-minute. I'm just kind of watching now this 1 hour immediate rebalance. Not really the cleanest day. A little imbalance there. We're back at minute open here. Yeah, no trade yet. Let me just. I'm looking at this 1 hour candle here, right? I want to draw the high of that out. Okay, it's right here, right at midnight open price. Okay. We draw the opening price of that. Like our order block, it aligns right here. Like I said, it still feels like 50-50. If anything, I'm still thinking long. And this was just a move, right, to kind of stop out anybody trailing their shorts. But obviously, I want to see proof of that. I know we said like maybe seek and destroy, but I do like the AMD like setup. And there still hasn't been a shift on like a 15-minute. We had the 5-minute one. I'm gonna delete that though. Oh, now thank me later. I'm waiting because it could want to sweep this low one more time and create kind of like a breaker swing point. If it does want to reverse, I could do something like this: down, up, sweep that low, come back. Right, and this low would be getting swept. But I'm just waiting. Right, I want to see proof. The fact that it's kind of like it didn't just hit this and drop, right? Pretty much folded all the way in. And we're in that higher time frame array on the 15-minute here. But if we start getting into like lunch, like 12 o'clock-ish hour, we're not getting much, then we'll call it there. But it would be great if this 1 hour came down to this candle's high, right? Because then this whole range would be immediately rebalanced. And you could see that here, right, with sweeping this low one more time. And then we disrespected this. Like that would be like money. Let's mark out that immediate rebalance. Like let's just keep on there for a sec. Yeah, Tulio, but I would want to see this get disrespected. I'm not just gonna enter right away, right? I'm trying to see evidence. Damn, my eyes hurt from staring at this. Been locked in for a minute. And if we look at like the range, high to low, right? You also have equilibrium kind of close by. Let's look at these lows. Let's see if we get some SMT in here. Nothing yet, right? ES, nothing. YM, nothing. Like the day is back at midnight open price. So there's really been no change today. far. But if it doesn't want to come down and immediately rebalance this, I'm still looking at this opening price on the hourly candle, right? That's kind of where we're hitting around midnight open price. There's just a lot of confluence in this little area. Sweep it low, hit high this hourly candle to balance it. Equilibrium, which is the red line, 8:30 open. There's been so many times where like I'd want like you think it's reversing on you, right? But really it's just a 1 hour pullback. You think on a 1 minute it looks like a sell model, but it's just a pullback to go higher. And you'll end up like shorting something like this, or like even like a 5 minute. Sometimes a 5 minute will get you in trouble. You see these imbalances here in a shift, but you aren't aligning your time frames, right? Like we're still bullish on a 15 minute, right? It's just a pullback. There's been no shift. Look at gold. Real quick, I'll pull it up. Or that 5 minute candle and close down. Kind of just fucking around. Nah, no trades today. Let me go to the bathroom real quick while this is kind of like making up its mind. Yeah, you know me. Got them fresh ass GD Wheaties on. You know. Haven't taken a trade in 2 weeks. Last trade I took was the winner on oil from last Wednesday. Actually, that's a lie. I took a trade on Friday for like $1,000. That was just like end of day. I wear shoes inside because I like I watched this video and it really resonated with me. It was about you either fuck the day or the day fucks you. And like I used to trade in pajamas, like slippers, like fuzzy slippers. I'll show you. Dude, tell me these don't look comfortable. Right? I used to trade in those on like pajamas. And like I was not like taking it, I don't say taking it serious, but I was just like getting comfortable, you know? So now like I'll dress up like for the day like I'm gonna go outside. Yes, granddad. Bro, you can hate all you want. Those things are comfy. But anyways, back on a serious note. Like after a while, like I just found myself getting kind of like comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Versus like waking up, like attacking the day. Instead, I was like letting the day kind of like attack me. So like now, like I'll wake up, like I make sure like I shave, I'll shower depending on if I'm going to the gym or not that morning. Um, but yeah, get dressed, and it definitely helps you like mentally. Oh, we almost took a trade though. For those who are joining us like late, or maybe someone else's stream ended and you're watching mine now. I wanted this 5 minute for value gap to get traded into right here. Never did. So we missed out on this run here, but it's okay. It looks like we kind of might have an opportunity. If it does want to reverse here and go long, right? We're in this. Look how this 15-minute candle closed, right? Below consequent encroachment, yeah, but just looking at the bodies, right? We filled in this balance. Still watching this 1 hour. The fact it hit here and hasn't just kept dropping yet, right? We're kind of just chopping now around midnight open price. Yeah, like it's easy to get comfortable and like not have a boss. Cause then you get like, then you kind of get comfortable and you lose your edge, you know? We have a little 5 minute imbalance here that we tapped into, like IOFED style, right? Let's delete this. I'll draw that one out here. Tapped into it. But for me personally, like there's still been no higher slash middle time frame shift. Yeah, you're talking about here. If we don't take out this 1 hour low so far, tiny imbalance, sweep these lows. Maybe see some SMT. But I'm still watching this. Gold's kind of falling off. I have that pulled up. I don't trade anything lower than a 5 minute on gold or oil though. It's always like 5 minute or higher. Oil's kind of consolidating down there in a account. Maybe oil. This is the pullback for oil to go long tomorrow. For that high. Shout out with pal. What'd he say? Get some insider information? Nah, no trades yet. We almost got one off this breaker. Go higher. Didn't get deep enough for me to want to enter. I'd love to see it come down and hit this blue level at 1 hour. And then if we like ended up reversing off that here, confluence points, right? EQ is the red line, 830 is the dotted line, immediate rebalance is the blue line. If we can get down here and then disrespect this, that would be money. That would check a bunch of boxes. Confirmation for reversal. We can get some kind of SMT down here with like ES or maybe hopefully ES after kind of rebalancing this 1 hour range. And then disrespect this. Like I would like that a lot. For a long. We're about to put in a 5-minute high, swing high right here. In the next 2 minutes. 1 minute 30. But we're within that top of the hour time, right? Macro, 11:50, 12:10. Let's just see, right? Yeah, no problem, Chris. I'm watching. Your daily allowance. Your parents give you an allowance? Or you mean like the rules you set? Trade allowance. All right, we got about 4 minutes until 4 to 5 minutes until the new hourly candle. I mean, there is like SMT here. Here, right? But damn, ES looks like ass. Only thing that's sketch is like If we do leave a tiny little 1 hour for value gap right here, below these lows, and we do invert, then it's like, look like this, you know? It might want to come down here. We'll see though, we'll see. Is gym time? Yeah, we're getting close to that 12 o'clock hour. I just want to see how the 11:50 to 12:10 time window plays out. Because we're about to form that new hourly candle. But remember, right, this down close candle we're watching as well, the upper half. We've been teetering on that right here. Kind of looking at that as like your bullish order block, right? Because that candle comes down and sweeps these lows, all these lows. You kind of have a little breaker looking thing here. There's SMT right there. It's just the fact that we left this low. It's still a tiny little there. It will be there in the next minute 30. We don't come down there. Close it. But like, look at the 5 minute. We're back in this range, right? We're back inside this range. Pretty much in the middle of it. Been pretty just chopping. And we're close to lunch. A minute till lunch. Yeah, it's just sketchy. Just like not like my preferred time to take a trade, like late in the morning / day. We'll give it to like 12:10 ish. See what happens, and then I'll probably call it there. All right, so it's 12 o'clock. A tiny 1 hour imbalance. You're in here. But I'm watching this. But generally, like, think of power 3 for like an hourly candle, for example. You want to see it manipulate. If it's going to be a bullish candle, right, you probably want to see manipulation to the downside first. And then expand higher, right? I mean, look what happened at 11 o'clock, right? 11 o'clock right here. Opens up above this level. Comes up, manipulates higher, then drops, right? So if we're thinking bullishness on this 1 hour candle, you want to see the candle open up here, right? Drop, and then expand higher. Generally, right? Rule of thumb. Sometimes it can just open up and run, but if you're thinking about power 3 for that 1 hour candle, that's what you want to see. I know it's gonna run when I get up and go get lunch. But ideally, like for me to feel comfortable longing, I want to see it come down and take these lows out. This looks like a accumulation, right? Manipulation, distribution, maybe. I'd feel way more comfortable if it did that. Oh yeah, we're talking about measuring it. Wait. I mean, one standard deviation from this manipulative move higher. Nah, you gotta give credit where it's due. That's Trader Dexter with the projections. You can measure all stages of the power of 3. Hey yo, this shit sucks. Who's in a trade right now getting chopped? Anybody? Yo, did ICT codify the algorithms? I'm just looking for that A plus setup where I can bang like 10 contracts and make 12 grand and then go enjoy the beach with my family. This shit ain't looking like it's gonna give me it. Yeah, it might just slowly trickle off this inversion, right? But I'm not trying to be in those little. I'm not trying to sit here through lunch and watch that. I'm really looking for moves like that 5-minute, right? Played out. Didn't get that entry. Like if I had 3 contracts ready to go, if you saw me, I had the buttons pulled up and everything. 3 contracts ready to go off the 5-minute breaker. Would have netted like 7 grand on that. Give or take. But now like it's just my man said he went short on the 10-second. Bro, get your money up. We on that 1 second. What are you talking about? You don't see these imbalances? These imbalances? Like, look all these. Look at all these. Get your data subscription up, dude. Have a nice day, Fabio. Am I streaming every day? I've streamed every day since last Monday, but we're gonna call it an early week here. Not here, sorry. This week I'm leaving for Florida on Thursday. We're gonna stream tomorrow, but we might stream Thursday morning as well. Because I'm not gonna leave until the afternoon. YM looks kind of heavy. Appreciate it, Fabio. Yeah, I trade even if there's no news. Like FOMC, for example. You might have FOMC on a Wednesday, and then the following day have no news or anything, and then it'll just run, right? Because the market's gonna digest that release of high impact news, right? It could be FOMC, it could be what Powell said that afternoon at the conference. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm with you, Fabio. We can get to 200 likes on the video. We're 25 away. But yeah, Labor Day weekend in the U.S. And then on Monday we have, Labor Day, which is a bank holiday. No problem. Origins. Yeah, we're getting close to 10 or 12:10. I just know when I get up, it's going to pop. That's how it goes, right? I mean, within this 11:50, 12:10 window right here. Trading lunch? No, I'm just kind of watching. I thought we were going to get something out of here or off this imbalance with some confluence, but it really just kind of turned into consolidation. We're still, look at that, hitting consequent encroachment here. 1, 2 times. But really, it's just kind of coloring this in my opinion. There's a little 15-minute, like YM looks kind of heavy, I won't lie. There's a little 15-minute imbalance right here. That we've tapped into here. Above this high. So, one candle, it's an indicator. Change this to red. Yeah, it's looking kind of like a waste of time to sit here at this point. It could dump, it could go higher, but I don't want to sit here and trade lunch. What we'll do is we'll call it, well, on average, how many trades a month? Usually 3 or 4 a week, so do the math. But like last week, I took 3, 2 winners, 1 for a small loss, like half an hour. Made like $3,000 last week total. This week, haven't taken a trade yet. Which is fine by me. I mean, I'm going on vacation too this week. It's into summer. Appreciate it, Bill. We'll end it here in a second. We got not Tuesday, bro. It is Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking it was Wednesday. Yeah, it's only Tuesday. That's all you need. Like, that's the thing. You don't need more trades. You just need more capital. And most people think you make more money by taking more trades. You actually can make more money by taking less trades. You cut out all the shitty trades that lose money, right? The unnecessary losses. You take really good trades with increased capital. You hammer, like, that oil trade was so clean. I wish I hammered it harder. And also, like, let runners run and taking like a few off instead of the whole position. But like, that was a really good example of like an A+, like, jump off the chart at you setup. Just haven't really had too many of those. Like it looked kind of good today on the 5-minute down here. Just didn't get that retracement. And then anything else like so far has been gross. Right? If you were chasing, you probably got slaughtered here. Unless you just scalped it really quick. You want to stream on the beach? Nah, I don't. I feel like the PM might not be that good. I mean, it could. Those sleep streams. But appreciate you guys coming. We'll go ahead and we'll end it here. It's starting to kind of get a little momentum to the upside, it looks like, but who knows. I'm going to go grab some lunch, and I'll check back this afternoon around like 1 o'clock, 1:30, and see if there's anything. But in all honesty, it's just not looking like something I want to trade. Thanks for coming, Michael. I'll see you guys. As always, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, or if you just enjoy the analysis, whatever it is, the chill vibes. Subscribe if you're new. You'll get alerted. I usually schedule the streams like an hour in advance or more in the morning. But yeah, you'll get alerts. And comment your favorite part from today's stream. All right. Comment your favorite part. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll try and get a win either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Let's look real quick. News tomorrow. We have oil inventories tomorrow. That's about it. So, Nas longs. Remember, we were looking. It's finally going. Somewhat. But I'm going to go grab some food. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace, guys. Also, we'll end the streams. We're going to start doing this. For those who are logging off early, right? You're missing this. We're going to start. We're going to end the streams with some advice, right? Dad advice. Or maybe you're a dad. Maybe you're younger like I am. But life's too short to stress about the small things, right? Misery is a choice. Happiness is a choice. So choose wisely, all right? Misery is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Don't sweat the small things, and you'll come out on top, all right? Peace, guys.